Ever since Donald Trump has came down that escalator, it seems like every single celebrity all throughout Hollywood has needed to find a way to speak out against Donald Trump. It's almost like a rite of passage in Hollywood where you have to do something very vocal to show that you are against this administration.
Yes, I am outraged. Yes, I have thought an awful lot about White House.
And those who stay silent on anything Donald Trump does is automatically deemed a conservative. And you know Hollywood celebrities don't want that title. And that is still no different to today, as the No Kings protests have just happened this past week. Many celebrities posted that they were at these events throughout the whole country. I'm going to go through and show you a few of these celebrities that were at these events, and just to show you how high their TDS levels are. Because in reality, if you're a millionaire celebrity who has a big mansion and can do literally whatever you want in your free time, why would you be at a protest for the president where none of their policies are really ever going to affect you? You have to have a severe case of TDS to spend your Saturday doing that. So let's see a few of the celebrities that were seen out in the public at these No Kings protests.
It's not the immigrants, it's the billionaires.
First one should be no surprise here, which is Mark Ruffalo, who is also known as the Hulk from the Avengers. He probably has one of the biggest cases of TDS all throughout Hollywood and just throughout life in general. He is a huge socialist that is constantly preaching all of his political views all the time. And that was no different here, where he actually gave a little bit of a speech at one of these rallies.
Sadly, today Donald Trump and the administration of billionaires, crackpots, and ice brigades have taken over. We have a king and his court and his beige henchmen, and they're trampling on our rights and our laws and our freedoms, making themselves richer with taxpayer dollars and making us less safe with their love of other kings and dictators and the likes of Putin and Netanyahu and Kim Jong-un of the world.
This is the same person who has literally called Donald Trump an enemy of America before. Donald Trump, the man who literally has given up everything, including almost his life, to try to help this country. The Hulk thinks he's an enemy. Another person who's probably not that big of a surprise is Jimmy Kimmel, the talk show host.
I laugh when people say, oh, you've got Trump derangement syndrome. If you're a reasonable person, you should have Trump derangement syndrome.
He has had one of the biggest cases of TDS, and actually makes it a point on just about every show he does to make a comment about Donald Trump because he is just that obsessed with him.
All the vile and irresponsible and stupid things our alleged future president and his gaggle of scumbags chose to say during our darkest and most terrifying hour.
He was seen out at the protest with a shirt that says, "Make America Good Again." Obviously a play on Make America Great Again. Now, in reality, this is a man that probably would not even have a career at this point unless it was for Donald Trump, since that's all he talks about. Like, what else would he do on his show if Donald Trump didn't exist? Another person that was seen was the singer Olivia Rodrigo, who was at the No Kings protest in New York. She expressed that she was, quote, deeply upset about these violent deportations and emphasized that LA simply wouldn't exist without immigrants. You know, immigration is fine and all, as long as it's legal, which it seems like a lot of celebrities can't seem to differentiate. This should be no surprise, though, as she is the same singer that sold out to Joe Biden in 2020 and was basically the token youth supporter.
I'm humbled to be here today to help spread the message about the importance of youth vaccination.
Jack Black is another person that was seen at these protests, which should also be no surprise. He was seen walking around with headphones on, greeting a bunch of people that obviously recognized him. He's not one to try to hide what he looks like. Jack Black and his band, Tenacious D, have clearly been against Trump for a while now, seeing that this was a concert from them just last year.
Happy birthday, Make-A-Wish Canada. Don't miss Trump next time. Thank you.
Jack Black's band has since gone on hiatus since this incident has happened, but I'm sure when they come back, which Jack Black keeps saying they are going to, they will be welcomed back with open arms from the left. Kathy Griffin, of course, had to make an appearance at one of these rallies because I mean, everyone should know how much she loves Donald Trump.
I'm Kathy Griffin, and I do not think Trump won in a free and fair election. I believe there was tampering. I don't know. I don't know if it was the Elon connection. I don't know if it was just a few good old boys in the South who didn't do what they accuse us of. If you remember Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss, what they tend to accuse us of is what we find out they themselves did. So I know I'll take heat for this, and people are going to say I'm crazy, but I've been called crazy before, Don.
She is a perfect living example of how the left can do whatever they want and face just about zero consequences. Whereas if this was reversed and this was a conservative holding up Joe Biden's head, they probably wouldn't have a career anymore. This really just proves how privileged they truly are and how much they appreciate free speech without realizing how much they do.
I'm going to say one thing, Trump.
Now, there were many other celebrities spotted at these protests. I personally don't know who a lot of them are. I've never really heard their names. I guess they are in shows that I have never seen, or they sing songs I just don't really listen to.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
Now, there were some that actually spoke out on Instagram or other social media sites only because they felt like they were forced to, because their fans kept basically harassing them over it to get them to speak out.
Here are celebrities who actually showed up and marched in the No King's Day protest yesterday, and other stars who finally spoke up after being pressured to because they were silent.
And just letting you know, fans of these celebrities, if you have to harass someone to do something for you like this, it's genuinely not their view, or they genuinely do not care. So you harassing people like Sabrina Carpenter or Jenna Ortega and saying, hey, you need to speak out about this, and then they speak out, it's not genuine. They're just doing it to save their career. And it really leads me to my point, which is that a lot of these celebrities just join into this stuff to be like in the it crowd.
I think he's selfish, he's racist, he's misogynist, he's a liar, probably the worst liar we've ever seen in public life. He's really ill-informed, a narcissist. I could go on.
Like, if you look at all of Hollywood in general, if you're a huge liberal, you don't really have anything bad ever happen to your career. Rachel Zegler is the perfect example of that. She speaks out. She's basically ruined Snow White with all of her feminist views, and yet she's still getting job after job.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Whereas you have people like Zachary Levi, who has spoken in support of the conservative movement, who seem to have less and less offers, and it's getting to the point where he's actually building his own movie studio in Texas. I guarantee if he spoke out in more pro-liberal views like the rest of Hollywood, they probably would have already made like 500 Shazam movies by now. But that's not how Hollywood rolls. Hollywood will always be these people living in their own bubble with their pro-liberal views, acting like they are better than everyone else and they know better than everyone else because they don't get opposing views anywhere. Nobody gives them any pushback. Nobody ever questions anything they say. And then when conservatives actually do try to question some of the things, the media attacks the conservative for attacking the celebrity because that celebrity has to be protected. So which celebrities did you expect to see at the protests, and which ones did you see or knew was there that I did not include in this list? If you like this video and like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below to my channel. And let me know what you guys think about these No Kings protests going on throughout the whole country and whether you think they actually mean anything or not. Thank you for watching.